Okay, this is a 2004 Dodge Dakota truck, and I changed the brake booster on there, which there is a rod in there that goes into the master cylinder, and there's an adjustment that has to be done so that the pedal is pushing the rod, which pushes the master cylinder, and they are set up so that there's almost no gap at all. So as soon as you start pressing the pedal, it presses the master cylinder. But the problem I have is that in taking this stuff apart, I started having problems with my brake lights staying on after I shut the car off and walked away even, and came down to, this brake pedal was down just slightly, about 1/8 of an inch, and if I pulled it up, then it pushed the switch in push the switch in far enough so that the contacts would open up and the brake lights go off. This switch does a number of things from what I understand, and it does the interlock when you press the brake so that you when you go to put it in gear, that sort of thing. So it's actually multiple contacts going on in here for different purposes, and for the third stoplight, that sort of thing. At any rate, this was I opened this up, and because let me go back here. On these here, they have this little thing that says do not reinstall, and I could not quite figure all that out, so I went through and took a lot of researching to find out and get some explanations. But this switch here has a little lever on the side here, and when you install this and get it in place, your brake pedal is up against here, and where the brake pedal is all the way up, it wants to be pushing the switch in, which is going to put the contacts in the right position so the brake lights are off and everything, and which also then locks the park brake. So when you install this, you need to put it in, lock this piece in. It's got a little tab set up, so you go in there and lock it in place, release your brake pedal so it comes up as far as it needs to, and then you switch this switch over, which then allows this shaft to be adjusted the right length in order to work with the pedal. So I think what happened is on this one, when I took it apart earlier, I was trying to see if I could reset that switch and make it go back to a working unit, but unfortunately that broke off. But basically what that switch does is it opens up a little metal clamp like in there. It opens it up, which allows this shaft to slide in and out. So when you get it in position, everything's set the way you want it, you twist this back, that closes the little metal bracket, which locks this button to the adjustment that it needs to be, so that wherever your brake pedal is, it's going to be set just about right. So I am getting ready to replace this out, because I'm definitely not going to be able to fix the old one. And looking up here, that's, you can see right there is the spot that, let's get some lights on here, is the spot that this is going to have to go into. And let's see if I can do this with one hand. Okay. Oh boy. Now I might have to do this with a couple hands. I don't know if I can get this filmed. Oops. Okay, well, I'm going to pause this and see if I can. Okay, let's pause this so I can get this in position here. So I put it on, Give it a twist so it's in position. I'm going to go ahead and put the connector back on. And there's a little red tab here. I can get to it. Push in. There. That locks that switch on. Okay, so we're all the way up. We're against that button. Now, see if I can get you in close enough here. Now, you can kind of see that little lever right over here. Okay, so now that it's in, it's up against the pedal where it's supposed to be. I'm going to flip this down, and that adjusts it. And now that is supposed to be the proper adjustment. So I guess we'll find out if it works or not. Because I unplugged this, it may have set a check engine light. I don't remember. I don't think I turned the key on, but if you turn the key on with that unplugged, it'll set a check engine light. You just got to go in and reset that after. Okay. Well, I'm going to give it a try and see what happens. Yeah, got a brake to push the brake down so I can do this. We'll look for that brake light. My light fell down and was blocking the brake pedal. I couldn't push on it. Okay. Got the brakes off. Brakes on. Brakes off. Okay. So let's see how that works in the long run here. Kind of hard to find any up-to-date stuff. And I only found one instruction after I went bought the new switch. I thought an instruction sheet would be in it, which, by the way, for the 2004 Dodge Dakota, it's a SW11990 Duralast. All right, should be working. We'll see now.